Ahoy! Sorry about that. It's just trying to get my stream working here. Got some issues. Ilra, how are you doing? Just on an arbitrary well today. See how many country streaks I can get. So I've got a streak of 0 at the moment, which is kind of convenient. I guess somewhere in Europe here. So for some reason the chat's not displaying on the stream. That's kids trying to be seen in the background there. So I've got this big car here, unfortunately. So I guess I kind of thought Europe, but I guess it's not. It's probably Africa, somewhere in Africa. It's got the yellow centre lines, which I'm not too familiar with. It's really lush compared to a lot of Africa. And I wonder if we're going on the left-hand side here. Everyone's walking on the left. It's got a good shoulder on the road, so that's a bit unusual. The soil is red. I don't know what to make of that. Driving on the right. Unless it's overtaking, but the yellow backplates, I think that would be Kenya, if I'm not mistaken. It's a cool little dude. This is an interesting round. I haven't really had too many lush African rounds, so I wonder if this is like I think it should be Kenya or maybe Uganda, I'm not too sure. I'll try, I guess it's not a national park, but somewhere pretty green. Njoro. It was Rwanda, that's a shame. Just want to see the road directions, driving side. To see if there's a difference between, Kenya and Uganda. And Rwanda, sorry. I don't think so. I think Rwanda's right-hand side as well. Oh, left-hand side as well. I think that guy was overtaking. Okay, so maintained a streak of 0 for countries. Pretty busy day today. I had a bit of a break from streaming yesterday because it was a shockingly busy day. Taking care of the baby, and she had some difficulties with some vomiting, which is a bit sad. There's this bollard, which I'm not familiar with exactly. I don't think it's like Italy. It's got this offset reflector, which I'm not too sure about. It's a cool little picnic area here. Kind of an odd place to stop for a picnic, I'd say. Very hilly. I wonder if this is like somewhere in this region. Just not sure about my bollards. Pretty sure it's not Albania because that has the Italian bollard. Are they driving? Oh, they're driving on the right. That certainly makes sense. Try for some language, but I don't know if that would help me out too much. It's difficult to travel here. It's problematic. It was Father's Day here in Vietnam over the weekend. I think Sunday was officially Father's Day, but the apartment complex here held some celebrations on Saturday, which we got to see briefly, but not too much because we were kind of busy. Had to visit the doctor. Took the baby for a walk around District 3, which is like really difficult. because the footpaths aren't clear of, the footpaths are just cluttered with carts, food carts, and seating for restaurants and motorbikes parked up there, so it's really pretty difficult to navigate a pram around there. But we tried. We did about 10 minutes, 15 or 20 minutes. Baby's good. She had a... I don't know what the problem was yesterday. Her mother was out at the dentist, and I think she might have missed her mother. So she got like apoplectic. She got so upset that she vomited on herself, which was difficult. I had to change her clothes, wash her up, put on some new clothes, and then refeed her because she'd vomited up just what I'd just fed her. Okay, it's got this reflector here. I'm not too sure. I might try Montenegro. This will be a learning moment for that bollard. It was Serbia. Just want to check bollards. Here's the one. That's exactly the bollard. Serbian bollard. I wasn't aware of that. Okay, try and keep that in mind. What else do I know about Serbia? Not too much. Now we've got a difficult round here. It's waterlogged. Pines. Some huts in the background here. I guess this is Asia. They look like a tiled roof there. That's kind of interesting. I'm not sure if it is or whether it's like wooden slats or something. There's quite a lot of blur. I'm not sure if that's significant. This could be actually... The soil's quite red. I thought if the houses were on stilts it could be Cambodia, but not too sure about that. This is a pretty difficult one. Looks like a tree house here. There is some kind of structure in the tree here. I don't know if it's for kids or for hunting or what. That's pretty unusual. Unless they're keeping some like wood dry or something up in the tree. Looks like they handmade that ladder too. Actually might be a bit more up here. So I've got a bridge, which is actually really good quality bridge. I don't know, I think this is Southeast Asia or maybe Brazil. It's a goat. Don't know what to make of it. Possibly I should just go with my initial thought of Cambodia. I don't think there's going to be any language or anything here. These poles are pretty interesting. The fence posts, sorry. I'm not sure what that means. And they're actually growing pines with a cow in the background. I wonder if this could be India actually. So many options. I think I'll just go Cambodia. That was my initial thought. Whoops, where is Southeast Asia? Over here. I'll go Central. It was Sri Lanka. That's disappointing. I had thought India. I hadn't really thought Sri Lanka. My other thought was maybe Bangladesh. So there's all white road lines here with a windmill. Don't know if this could be Australia or not. I think I'd expect to see some bollards in Australia. So just travel a bit more and see what comes up. See, this is not a bollard. I was actually trying to learn a bit more Australia earlier today. I had 20 minutes free and I watched the start of the Zigzag Australia video but he was basically just going through plonk. But I did get some tips for, say, inner city anyway. Different cities in Australia. So all white road lines, very straight eastish westish road. Here's a yellow line, that's interesting. Because I thought maybe that windmill could be US. But white and yellow. It's very flat. I wonder if it's Uruguay. Whoops. I'd like to see more cows, actually. I tend to think Uruguay has a lot of cows. Here's a sign. This will help, hopefully. That's not a huge amount of help, other than it's using meters, so that would rule out the US. Got a picnic area, barbecue, and water. Let's set up for the right-hand side, so I'm pretty sure this couldn't be Australia, especially with the yellow lines and whatnot. I'd like to see some Spanish. Then I'd just drop it straight in Uruguay. Could be Argentina as well, I guess. El Rodeo. That seems Spanish. Okay. I'll go Uruguay. Could be Brazil. Argentina, sorry. It was. It's in the Pampas. It's got this bollard, which could be New Zealand. White road lines, and this pole, which I kind of screwed myself the other day. I thought it was a Stobie pole, but apparently it's not. It's just a moulded indent pole. So I'm pretty confident this is New Zealand. In terms of the region, I do not know. It doesn't look. It looks like it could get quite cool. Got cows. This is probably dairy country. Could keep travelling for a place name, but my awareness of New Zealand places is pretty limited. Need Andy Winter on YouTube to chime in. He's a New Zealand pro. This number could refer to something. Regional. Help with the region. The PPP feed systems. Must be for the cows, I guess. .282. I think that's a boundary marker. I'm stumped. I think I'll just go north. Oops, I've got to find New Zealand first. North of the South Island somewhere. It's not too mountainous actually, maybe that's a bad guess. South of the North Island? Okay, it was kind of northish on the North Island. Pretty much in the middle of nowhere. I guess we're looking at Northfield Farms. Rapora. No, that's not something I'm going to remember. 4,500 points there though, that's not too bad. 16.5 to start off with, that was a shocker. Sri Lanka kind of killed that one. It's washing day. I feel like I take too much care over the washing. I used not, but now I try and make an effort. So I guess this could be India. I think they're driving on the left here, or riding on the left. Let's check out this sign here. Ooh, it's pretty difficult to read. So I'm not sure if that... it's not Sri Lanka again. This language here is a bit stylized. Looks like we might have actually 3 languages represented there. Kind of made me think of this language here, which I often confuse with Sri Lanka. Be unlucky to get 2 back-to-back Sri Lanka rounds. This sign I just can't read. Not sure what he's up to. Something sus. Yeah, I can't really make out anything there. Wow. There's this huge statue in the background. I wonder if I can get closer there. That might have some information. These tuk-tuks are kind of, I wonder if they're representative too. It's pretty colourful. This road actually might have a sign on it, that would be useful. It's a pretty major road, divided road here. Otherwise I should probably just, I think I'm inclined to go somewhere, whereabouts? Near Hassan. I think it's a more major road than that, but I'm not too sure. India's a pretty big place. If indeed this is India, could be Bangladesh, could be, it could be Sri Lanka as well. SH126. I wonder if that's a road number. It's got A's. So Sri Lanka has A's. Don't see any SH's. Got N's in Bangladesh. I don't think it's Bangladesh. The language doesn't look quite right for Bangladesh. Got AH roads. It's definitely an SH. I hope they haven't mislabeled the road. Okay, I'm just going to have to commit somewhere here. I'll try there. It's further north. Let's check the roads. Does it have an SH? It doesn't. The Anal Hotel. Anal? I guess Anal. Chano Bakery. I wonder if that's a bakery. I forgot there was that that statue, which must be associated with the temple here. Well, there's a couple of temples. There's temples all over the place. It might have been this one, the Hindu temple, because I think that was the Buddha statue. We've got the Ravaji temple washrooms are listed. Should appreciate that. That's one thing I do love about having Google on my... Got Europe here. Europe on the phone. That's Europe on the phone. Google on the phone is being able to look for public toilets. That's a very helpful feature of having maps on your phone. Yambol region. This character I am really not sure about. I don't even know if this is I guess it's Cyrillic, but got the OMV petrol station. Signage with the petrol station is something I'm not familiar with either. They're paying 1.26 currency units for petrol. Check out another sign. I'm really uncertain about. Yeah, it is Cyrillic. Burgers. I'm not too familiar with. I'm like A1. Burgers. We've got burgers here at the McDonald's. It's a combined shelf service station McDonald's. Let's rate this playground. I bet you it's sticky, that's for sure. I feel like McDonald's playgrounds are pretty good. I don't like them drawing children in like that, so I'll give it a 5. I'm sure it's a nice one. So I've got a range of mountains up here to the north. I wonder, actually, I should check these freaking number plates. I keep forgetting to do stuff like that. Keep forgetting to do the basics. Oh, that's right. It was a European plate. Pretty nondescript. Burgos, I'm not too sure about. Sliven. On the A1. Dual language. So dual language is Bulgaria does, but I think the signage is different. Could be Serbia. Do they have the A1? That would be convenient. There's an A2. Here's an A1. And they also had the 53 was a side road off the A1. I'd say Serbia is my best guess at the moment. Not too familiar with how the signage would look in Serbia. They don't have any blue roads though. That's kind of concerning. Kosovo wouldn't be covered. I guess most countries have an A1. Shouldn't really be drawn in by that. North Macedonia has an A1. I have that interesting B, which I'm kind of dying to look at the European character map or chart that GeoPeter did. I just have to. I don't really see that character that was listed there. There's Yo Ub. I wonder if I'm missing something. Probably. I'm probably missing a lot of things. Let's see what this truck has a domain on it. It's a bit risky in Europe, but could give me a hint. .com. Brilliant. Look at the S with the tail on it. And this I. What are the other options? It's not. I don't think it's Czechia or Slovakia. All I can really think of is Serbia. Unless it's Montenegro, which it does have an A1. Pretty sure it's not Albania because that would probably have Italian style plates, or would have some red on it. I guess they're Serbia. It's Bulgaria. I didn't think the signage was Bulgarian. That's annoying. Just going to quickly bring up the letter cheat sheet. Where's Bulgaria here? This is B. Here we go. This is Bulgarian. It is North Macedonia and Montenegro. Russia, Serbia, a whole bunch of places, Ukraine. That's annoying. And there's Sliven. It's actually a big place. Streak of 2. Not too good. don't think I'll add to the streak here. My initial thought, that's got eucalypts. Actually, one thing that I saw on Zigzag's Australia video was that New Zealand doesn't actually have a lot of eucalypts, which never occurred to me. So if they're eucalypts, it's probably not New Zealand. There's a dairy cow. Or bull? I'm not too sure. Don't see anything. I think it's indeterminate. Got this signal tower. This intricate gate. It's an interesting place. Not sure about this moulded pole. It's kind of like the one in New Zealand. Or kind of like a French pole. The white road lines, I'd like to see a bollard or something. Man, you know what? I've already forgotten what that... Serbian, okay. I've already forgotten what that bollard was for. Serbia. This could be Australia, I think. I think the chevron checks out, the white road lines. I'm not sure about anything here with the white reflector. I don't think that's typically Australian. Unless it's somewhere like, I wonder if it's Tasmania. I can't see this pole being Australian though. It's a lot of pines. I'm kind of stumped. This pole is very freakish. Okay, I'm going in for a really bad guess here. Nearby Longford. It was Chile. I'm surprised. I don't recall seeing those poles before. It's actually on quite a major road, which is... Let me just check to make sure it lines up with... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think Australia was a bad guess for sure. Eucalypts they do have... Is that the ocean? So what's that? Yeah, that would... It's possibly the ocean over there. They do have a lot of eucalypts in South America. So driving right here, presumably in Africa. Could be Brazil. Could it? No. It's got to be Africa here. So there's banana palms, wheat, which is kind of unusual. This same style of cow as before. These happy gentlemen. Dr. something. Got some kind of love potions or something like that. Kind of makes me think of Namibia. Nigeria. Since Namibia got added, I'm always looking for Namibia. Now it's washing day. Oh my gosh. That is a painful sight. Hand washing. So I'll just see what it said here. Magnate Ventures Limited. It's actually got a code here, a phone number, which would probably be useful. Safari.com, actually. I forget where safari.com is, but I think that would probably be Kenya or something. In which case you'd expect yellow, not license plates, I think. Which could be right. What's this say? If you like it... It's an ad, that's a shame. Crown. If you like it, it. It's not 100% sensical. A bit nonsensical. North-south in Kenya, I think. So I think safari.com's a Kenya thing. You're paying $173.30 for diesel, or $189.60 for unleaded. Don't really know the currency units in Kenya. It's probably on the way into Nairobi here. Okay, it was miles away. Just going to check Kenya's currency unit. Ah, they've got the best flag. With the it's a Kenyan shilling. It's coming up as Vietnamese dong as a reference because I'm in Vietnam. What about Australian dollars? So it's 0.012 Australian dollars. So 12.24 is 80 to the dollar. So petrol is about $2, I think. That checks out. It's kind of, I think currencies would be a good thing to remember, just because there are always petrol stations around. And if you see the price, you can kind of make sense of it, make an educated guess. Looks like I'm not sure, straw bales or sheep, one or the other. We have a canal here. And it says verboden something, presumably meaning no dogs. So I guess this is the Netherlands. Or Belgium. I saw that Belgium's surprisingly Netherlandian places. If I had a car, that would... Yeah, yellow plates. That seems fine. Got a fairly major road, east-west. And of course bicycle paths. With bicycles, you just slam it straight into Netherlands. It's not always 100%. Welcome, I think we're welcome to Nieuwkoop, which I'm not familiar with. I think it's probably around the middle of the Netherlands somewhere. Should I look for it? That's not it, but that's the same start of the place name. Non-speed. There's Gouda and Delft, where the Delftware comes from, I think. Can't really see it, but I guess it'll be somewhere around here. Okay, it was a lot closer to Amsterdam. Is it showing up? De Hoof is... not really. When you zoom right in, you can see just canals everywhere. So canal meta is not a good tip. Well, it's good for getting the Netherlands, but actually regionally in the Netherlands is pretty tricky. 17,000, not... Ooh, interesting. It's like Spanish bollard, I think. It's yellow. And the yellow reflectors on the guardrail. It's blue chevrons, which is interesting. I'm not too familiar with Spain. I think the landscape looks Spanish. As to where, I'm not too sure. It's kind of rolling hillsy kind of place. This 80 limit, I think that's a speed limit, which is kind of a bit weird. Most speed limit signs are very similar everywhere you go. Here we go. Something de estado. Is that a bin? Seems very elaborate for a bin. It's got these French style poles, utility poles, which I think you get in Spain and Italy. I'm not too sure, but I think I'd heard that. And Senegal, obviously. Probably some other French colonies. Just want to check these bollards. They do look a bit unusual. It's actually not solid bollards. So I wonder if that's a bad sign for Spain. Not too sure. I like to travel in deer. I think that's fine. I think that's Spain. Just got some kind of windy road in a fairly dry region of Spain. Hopefully. Wow, that truck passed quick. It's kind of looking for a domain on the side. It's got nothing. Okay, I'll just drop it in Spain, somewhere fairly dry and central. It's kind of a major-ish road, but not divided. Coming out of Belmonte, it's further north. It's the N122. If I had the road number, I could have potentially scanned for it. So I wonder if that concrete bin or whatever it was referring to Castile here. Possibly. It's difficult to make out the regions though. Aragon. Yeah. Castile and Leon. So that was 262 kilometres away, not great. A very big industrial, residential bin here. This Colossus. Blue chevrons again, combined with black and white. Also blue and white. I wonder if it's Spain again. Need to see the deer sign. What does this say? OU Road, 0209. 1 kilometre. I wonder if I could travel 1 kilometre. That seems like it could be Spanish. Regions of Spain. Consejo de Selanova. Something new. So we're at the OU 0208. Which seems like quite a minor road, so I'm not sure it's going to be too useful trying to locate it. I think we do have dual Spains, back-to-back Spains. Castramao, Acevedo. Let's try and make out that crest here. It's a bit tricky, the sun's at a funny angle. Yeah, I can't really make that out. Selanova. That's Portuguese. Do is Portuguese, I'm pretty sure. It's OU Road. Let's quickly check and see if that seems likely. N roads. IP roads. E roads. I don't see any OUs, but it could be quite a scan. You might have to get right in there to get OU roads. I need a car. Here's a car. See the number. Darn, it's disappeared. How vexing. There's the deer for Spain. Maybe I should scan Spain for an OU road. APs. Ends. Or it could be Portugal on the border of Spain. Or it could be neither, I guess. That's a possibility. I have a feeling this OU road's going to be quite small. So the more you scan, the more road numbers there are. Got EXs and CCs. Don't see any OUs, Ns. So should I go with the language? Oh, here we go. Deputation Provinciale. Don't know what that means. Kind of stumped. I think I'll probably go Spain. Just don't know any of these. What any of this is referencing. I'll just go nearby Portugal here. It was north. I want to see this OU road. That's selling over here. Have to zoom quite in. Happy, how are you doing? Happy on YouTube. I was looking for these OU roads and I couldn't find them. Now they're everywhere. I think I was looking at the wrong region of Spain. 296 kilometres away. A little disappointing. What are you going to do? Just having a look to see the analytics. Now, in the middle of nowhere again. Brilliant. Quite dry. I wonder if this is Argentina again. Well, hang on, let's check the sun. The sun is in the north, so that checks out for a southern hemisphere. And it's like nothing too much around here. I wonder if I should just vibe this one in... Ooh, here's the ocean. Very blue. The ocean's south. I'm good, pretty tired. Yesterday was a bit of a difficult day. I didn't stream. The previous day I was streaming at like 4 o'clock in the morning because it was... had to go into town. Into District 3 in Ho Chi Minh City here. This could be... I wonder if I should commit quite so far south. I'm pretty sure it's Argentina. There's a road right by the... This seems alright. We're on the 1. Nearby Bahia Bustamante. It was a lot further south. No, it was further north. I got the vibe wrong. That's interesting. It's nearby Bahia Creek. And I picked nearby Bahia Bustamante. I guess it's the same state. Nope, not even the same state. Is it? Maybe. Maybe they've etched out this state on the left-hand side here. Which could be Bahia, I don't know. Okay, I was kind of right. It's still 500 kilometres away. Shockingly. Driving right here. There's an unblurred number plate. I had the vibes right. I remember I had a round. I wish we could get closer to this car. I had a round the other day where I didn't commit far enough south. So now I overcommitted south. I thought of going all the way. That one was just vibes because I had a similar thing the other day. Nothing there. It's like Tierra del Fuego country. Almost. But the ocean south. Seemed like a good bet. Now they've blurred the number plate. Don't even know what continent this is. I think they're growing corn or something. Is that wheat or corn? I think it might be wheat actually. So this could be Europe or I didn't see a blur on that car actually. Sorry, a blue strip on the left hand side. So I'm wondering. Actually, I want to check. I do not understand what's happening with my chat on stream. So I've got a chat box as part of the overlay, which is just not working. I do not know why. It was working. It's one of those mysteries, things just stop working eventually. The RWA, and then underneath it says Maggie. I don't know why. RWA DHS 170. I think these are they're probably Lenka. These are probably rows of different crops, different. It's like sample plots to see which grows best. I think. It's like potatoes. If I knew what RWA stood for, that could be quite useful. I wonder if this is the US. No, it couldn't be, surely. No, it couldn't be with buildings like that, surely. Surely. Coming up to meet this. Whoops. Don't know what happened there. Coming up to meet this taxi. Autoscola. It's a French car, I forget the make. It's actually like a driving school, I think. The S with the thing on the top. This is not much of a test for a learner driver. Drive straight. It's got a European plate. Not sure about the S with the hat. I know Romania is somewhere in Europe. It's a good tip. The S, I wonder if that could be. It could be Czechia or Slovakia. I've got the European letter cheat sheet, but I won't cheat just yet. Unfortunately, it's not the kind of place that has bollards. Kind of regional. But this hydrant, that looks kind of familiar. I'm just not. Can't quite dredge it up in my mind. Red brick. It's a concrete road. No, it's just very pale. How's the road quality? I'd say fair. My inclination is always to go Romania for some reason, but it's another freaking bird's nest. I've come across a ton of these. I don't know if they're actually real bird's nests or what. I've seen them in Romania. There's a tractor there, which is like a Romanian thing, surely. Ooh, that says something. It's gone. It's like an Italian flag. Is that right? Or Hungarian? I'm bad at flags. So many clues here and I'm just not picking up on them. One day I'll look at this scene and go, aha, it's Plastica. Okay, bus stop review. No, he kind of does the job. Oh, hello. It's got a cat and a kitten dozing in the sun. That's an instant 10 points for bus stop review. Resident cats, 10 points. Just wanted to get, gosh, there's so many meta points here which I just can't recall what they relate to. Here we go. It's like Lithuania or something. It's not Czechia or Slovakia. I'm not sure if that's exactly the Croatia bollard. Maybe it is. Kind of like the offset reflector. I think that looks offset. Yeah, a huge bird's nest. I've been getting like a ton of them. Is that the Serbian bollard? No. Oh my gosh, I just saw it. I think maybe Serbia. It's Croatia. Gosh. Okay, so it wasn't the Serbian bollard, it wasn't offset enough. Croatian. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Okay, that's a Croatian bollard. 304 kilometers away, so that was closer than like my Spain guess or whatever, even though the country was wrong. I think this is a metal pole by the looks. Got this intricate pole top. Very flat. Driving right. All white road lines. Looks like something up the back here. See if I can get back. Aha, a sign. It's Cyrillic. Okay. Are there any bollards? There aren't really any bollards around the intersection here. Which normally you'd think with Russia they'd have a ton of them. Like this. Okay, I think this is Russia. They just missed one intersection. Region guessing Russia, I'm not too sure on. Or not at all sure. These do not look like big places. Got black at the bottom of the pole, I wonder if that's something. It looks quite regional. Some of this infrastructure looks pretty old. It's not even a major road. What am I going to do? I think I'll plonk north of Chelyabinsk. Scanning for a place name would be a lifetime undertaking. How about there? It's all the way west. It normally is all the way west. 4,278 kilometres away. Brilliant. Still managed 17,000, which is kind of good because of the Europe. And not a bad Argentina guess. I was not too unhappy with that. Driving right. It's got a good 10 and 2 grip on the steering wheel there. It looks a bit tense. Probably doesn't want to crash into the Google car. I think that would make the news. The road quality is fairly poor. Let's check the plates. Looks like maybe no backplate there. Look at the front plate. Ooh, too far. Too close. Don't really see what's going on with the front plate either. And we're not close enough to this person. Yeesh. Looks like white road lines, maybe. Maybe it's just scuffed. Don't know. I like the shortening that happens when you get alongside a car. That's an unblurred plate. It's very long. Very long and white. But not... doesn't look European. So the road quality is not great. I have no idea about this landscape. Looks like they're planning to do some roadworks anyway, which is good. It's kind of rich brown, a chocolatey brown soil. What's this guy up to? Looks like an ironing board. I don't know what to make of all this. Because if it doesn't have the Europe... Here we go. At least a little language might help. Cyrillic again. I wonder if this is Ukraine actually. A north-south road in Ukraine. Just because road quality, no other reason. Ooh, wow, that was a good plonk. I normally get Ukraine regions very badly wrong. 72 kilometres, hello. We're on a tear here. Mongolia. That's annoying. Driving north-south. Actually, Mongolia I find. The 231 and the 200. I wonder if that's the road number, that would be handy. Mongolia. There's no road numbers. Weak. That was pure plonking. What did I call this one? Yada yada. Blah 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 plonk. That was a bit of a blah 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 plonk. But Cyrillic, and then the road quality. So I don't know about Mongolia. Regionally. I wonder if there's a bollard here. Oh wow. That suddenly changed. That's a great scene. Like ibex? I'm sure that's like a tiny cow. I guess they're sheep, but that's amazing. It's one of the best scenes I've seen. Other than, I think there's an elephant refuge in Kenya. And so there's just a scene with like a bunch of elephants around the camera. This is mountains to the, what's that, east. I don't even know what coverage they have here. I should probably stick fairly close to Ulaanbaatar. I'm pretty sure it's Mongolia just because of that car which wouldn't disappear. This one, they've got the tent on the back. If they had a bollard, we could see the bollard, which is really distinctive, but it's like a squat, it's like a yurt kind of. That's a really cool scene. 294 kilometres away, could do better. There's some people just know all the Mongolian roads. Could pinpoint, they could probably 5k that. Not sure what's going on there. Looks like some utility poles had an incident. These are olives, I think. Possibly. This could be Italy or Spain. It could be an island, actually. It's like some kind of machinery. It's like a mill or something. I thought it was a utility pole that went wrong, but could this be an island? Possibly. A French or Italian... it's French. Italian or Spanish island. Got this French-style pole, which the last time I saw was in Spain, but I think they also have it in Italy, if I'm not mistaken. Had quite a few Spain rounds. I don't think this could be France, could it? It's a really weird round again. The architecture's pretty strange. It's interesting that these mirrors on poles... Oh, hang on, there's the Google card. That's a shot if you're drinking. I'm not drinking, but something very odd going on here. Then suddenly the road quality is really good. If this was Italy, I would think... There's a very weird vibe about this place. Why is this road quality so good? Let's get it. Camivel des Marques. That's probably Spanish. Like a very dry Spain somewhere. Fairly dry Spain. I just do not know what all these circular things are. It's like a... kind of like huge satellite dishes, but I don't think so. Looks like the sun's just going down for the day, I think. I've got to check if that was east or west. It's either coming up or going down for the day. Okay, if we have a car, we can probably see if it's got two or one. It doesn't really have any blue strip on the plate. Maybe there's blue on the left. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have two. I hope this is not like... Would Tunisia have French-style poles? Maybe. I think... No, that language, no. It would be Arabic. Sometimes I forget the different clues that I've seen. I've not seen these mirrors in Spain or Italy before. It's a very distinctive region, wherever it is, with palm trees. I just have a very bad feeling that this is an island. It would have to be a pretty big one by the looks. MA 6100. Let's just check Spain. So Parma, I'm not sure if that's Italy or Spain. It's got MA roads. MA 6112. Maybe it's on the MA 12. What way are we going? Kind of going east-west. Towards Arta. I'm gonna get that a go. Oh my gosh. MA 6100. And there's the MA 6112, I guess, unlabelled. Oh gosh. That's amazing. I've impressed myself with that one. I didn't know exactly that it was Parma, but it had a vibe about it. It certainly had a vibe. And then the MA roads. I guess for Mallorca or something. Difficult to say. 45 kilometres away, which is about as bad as you can get on Palma. Or is it? I don't even know what the island's called. Palma's the capital. Very happy. Now Japan, I guess. Just this bollard I think I've seen in Japan a few times. Kind of tropical. Rounds like this I keep convincing myself out of Japan and into Taiwan, but I'm pretty sure these bollards are Japanese. There's no way of scanning for that. Yeah, here's the mirror that they had on the island there, which is so weird. That they're so similar. I think they're the same in Taiwan and Japan. So it's kind of lush. I wonder if I should go all the way south or middle for the mountains nearby Nagano. Depends how big these mountains are. It's a bit covered. If this is Taiwan, I think I'll puke. It's like the number of times I've switched off Japan for Taiwan incorrectly. It's pretty mountainous. A beautiful stream there, maybe nearby Nikko or something. I reckon it's somewhere in this region. Maybe I should go middle. Like this. It was fairly way south. Disappointing. 400 kilometres away. Country streak of 5, so that's alright. Got this A-frame pole, which should probably pin down at some point. And this, like a hook pole. Looks like farmland. Got this big barn. Could be for an airplane, but I think it's for some kind of farming. I did wonder if this is Russia again. I've got that small marker, which I'm not sure what is. A bus with 4 windows, which I'm sure is a thing as well. It's nice that they provided a bench, but I'm not going to rate that as a bus stop. As a bus shelter, there's no shelter. It's very cool that they've got the little benches beside the bus stop. There's no schedule or anything. And I feel like you could pretty much sit anywhere here. It's actually got white flowers. Dare I go Estonia? Maybe. I'm not sure about Estonian signbacks. Or anything about Estonia, really. Got birches here. Either going to go Estonia or Russia. Using meters, that's not very helpful. Got yellow flowers as well. Don't even know if there's an Estonian bollard. I don't think I'd even know what it looks like. Wouldn't be able to identify one. Should I just go on the white flowers? There aren't a huge number of white flowers. Just a few. It's very flat. What to do? I have no vibe references for Estonia. I think I've had it maybe twice and got it wrong each time. Not sure what this is. Like a chicken pen or something? Relocatable? Not entirely sure. I've got hay. A bus sign with 4 windows. Let's go Estonia. I think this is the end of my 5 streak. It was Lithuania. I do know some language tips for Lithuania. So I'm just going to get into plonk it. Lithuania. Plonk it. And see about this bus sign with the 4 windows. Here we go. Oh, I've got it zoomed right out. Here we go. So it's got dual languages. Ending in AI. We didn't see any of this. Okay. Lithuanian bus stops have this design. This bus has 4 windows. This is mostly useful distinguishing it from the Latvian bus stop sign, which has 5 windows. Note, however, that Estonia has the same sign as Lithuania. So, based on the meta we had, Estonia wasn't a bad guess. Lithuania or Estonia. Still a good number of points, 4,100 and 22,116. Okay, that's by far the best game I've had today. Mongolia, I don't feel too bad about. I could have travelled and got something else. Japan, that would have been difficult to get a better score based on the knowledge I have. Lithuania for, I guess Estonia for Lithuania, that wasn't great. This I was very happy with. Hopefully if I see it again, I'll know. It's very distinctive with all the fences and things like that, all the brick fences. Get in, try and do well again. I'm not too sure about this. I guess this could be South America, somewhere. Could be America, the United States of America, or Mexico. Are there any cacti? There's this thing. Interesting, let's get a better look at this. It's a Clayson 1545. I don't know what that means. It's got 25 on the back, which is probably, let's think. 25 kilometers an hour, yeah, that could be right. Or it could be 25 miles per hour. And then that's probably quite generic because it could be made in the US and sold somewhere else with the signage. Still not entirely sure what the idea is here. This is more like the impression I get of the Badlands in the US. Not quite my ideal Wyoming Badlands, which I've never had. I feel like Wyoming, they don't have any foliage on there. But I think it's probably the US or Canada. 25 miles per hour, how quick is that? That's probably about 1.6 times. It'd be 10 would be 1632, 40 kilometers an hour. I think that must be miles, surely. Which would make it the US, probably. I think Mexico uses, it uses kilometers. So I guess this is, I kind of want to go Wyoming here. I don't think it is though. It's probably Nebraska. Or Colorado is more likely, I guess. I wonder if I can just go for Wyoming. It's a minor road somewhere. Don't know what these roads would look like practically. The 789. Oh, here's something smaller. Kind of going north-south. Something like this. Not sure if there's actually any hills or anything there. Let's have a look. Wrong country. Spain again. Stupid Spain. Spain is giving me a headache. I want to see this Clayson 1545. Find out what it was for. I think it was 1545. Yeah, this is it. It's the New Holland 145545 specs. Rate this machine now. It's a harvesting machine, I think. Yeah, it looks like a harvester. I thought that's what the little appendage was for, but didn't really see anything around there worth harvesting. Very suspicious. Not sure what a Clayson was doing in that location. 61 points. It's not nothing. It's pretty close. Road 6 West. Now, this has got to be the US. Didn't even check the road lines. Were there any road lines that last time? Adopt a highway. I feel like that's specific to a certain state. But I don't recall what state. So they've got really tall pines here. It's like Christmas country. And a lot of yellow flowers. Quite a wide shoulder. And a very pale road. All of that adds up to, I do not know. Some cows here, I think. They're all clustered together. Yeah, they're cows. Oops, lost them. It's like a cow orgy or something. Very unusual. I want to see another Adopt a Highway sign because I think some Adopt a Highway signs show the outline of the state, which would be useful. Maybe I should fast travel. And they got hay as well. Bales of hay. A lot of them. So I thought US rather than Canada here. I'm not too sure why. I think there's a back plate. Difficult to see. What I really want to see is some kind of informational sign. This is a bit too low information. I guess it's like a boundary marker. It says farming country somewhere. It's pretty flat. I had thought south based on how green it is, but I'm not too sure. Here's a sign. I don't think it's going to be a useful sign, but maybe. Broad Valley. Country Harvest in Broad Valley. These utility poles are really interesting. Probably useful as well to locate the state or something. Jeez, I'm not sure how many more signs there are here. Just kind of looking for something state specific would be wonderful. Hello. This is Canada. Oh my gosh. I did get stunned one time, I'm sure. Somewhere in California they had a maximum sign, not speed limit. Broad Valley. I've never heard of Broad Valley. So where would it be? It's kind of like farming country. It's very flat, so not too much water. Although a valley would be in between mountains, surely. If my understanding of valleys is correct. Moose Jaw, Herbert, Swift Current, nope. I just don't adopt a highway. I just don't know what that relates to. I hope that maximum sign wasn't bait. What's happened to my... So this was the adopt a highway. I don't think there's anything this way. Got birches, I think. That looks like birches. Kind of not too sure what to do. So it's a north-south road somewhere quite green, farmlandy, probably in Canada. Just don't know about farmland. And we've got Broad Valley. No idea. How about there? Ooh. It was further east. 135 kilometres in Canada, that's not a bad... I've even got the right county? No, what do they call it? I forget what they call the regions in Canada. State. It's probably state. State of Manitoba. I don't think it's state. I forget what they call it. Anyway, oh gosh. Didn't want to see that. We're by a fairly large lake by the looks. All white road lines. Got a big shoulder here. I guess this is for passing. Or it's like a safety lane. And they actually have bollards, so maybe I should check that out. They look a bit weathered. This guy's got a surfboard or something, or a kayak on the back. On the roof, sorry, not on the back. This is Turkey? Or Australia, hang on. Driving right. It's got to be Turkey. With a lake kind of northish. Need Hamza back. Hamza was in the chat the other day from Turkey. And then they left the chat and I got 2 back-to-back Turkey rounds. Well, not back-to-back, but pretty close together. One was actually in Istanbul, which I'd never had before. And then the other one was on a river. A smaller river. I accidentally guessed Istanbul, which is a bad guess. It was somewhere, it might have been in Izmir. I don't think so though. Somewhere on a small river. But this one's got a, I think it's a lake unless it's actually the ocean. Maybe I can get a better view of it around here. I'm not conscious of this, wow, that's an interesting chevron. I'm not conscious of this car, having seen it before, so it could be regional, but does this look like a lake or would it look like the open ocean? There's land on the other side, so maybe it is a lake. It's probably not actually that big. So... if we're going north-south, it's kind of on the east. Could be anywhere here. There's a whole bunch of lakes. I think it looks like there's a bit of contour to the other side of the lake. If it is a lake, unless it's just the ocean. Like out here. It's trouble. It's got mountains as well. Where do they put mountains? Don't know. Maybe it's more like this. Is there a road here? Kind of. I think it's got more contour like this. But we're right near the water, right? Yeah, that gets really close to the water. Gosh, kind of stumped. We want mountains. There's kind of some elevation here, I think. Could be a river, not really. I think it's a lake. Should probably... this is really close. Maybe something like that. I don't think so because it's not that long. I hate trying to pick out something like this. I don't hate it, I'm just not very good at it. It's like there. Okay. It was the ocean with an island in the distance. So that was there's like a little isthmus and an island, which is what we could see off into the east there. 390 kilometres away. Disappointing. And then this sturdy post. All white, no holes or bolts in the back. This is New Zealand, I guess, because I got gulled into thinking this is a Stovey pole the other day. I went Adelaide for somewhere in New Zealand. Certainly has that vibe. It's very green. A whole bunch of I don't know if they're Norfolk pines or what. Kind of had a round like this before. Is that the ocean all around the south here? It's actually like an island. I'm not sure what that would mean. Could it be all the way down here? It's a big commitment. Tupperware? No. I've lost it now. Tuatapere? Nightcaps. We're nearby Dunedin. Don't really see a big city nearby. Not that Dunedin's probably a big city, but this looks a bit regional. That kind of looks a bit Madagascan. And here's the red giveaway lettering, which is definitely a New Zealand thing. Got mountains and water nearby. I could probably hunt for a name. Oyo Road. Hello, what's that say? Hang on a second. Coastal physiotherapy. No. So we're by the road. Sorry, by the water, by the coast, on Skeet Road, at an intersection, and the water is south. There's Tomahawk Beach. It's odd that it's got a road name. Don't know, somewhere here. Wrong island. Kind of the right vibe, right to the south, but the wrong island. Ace Excavations, and here's Skeet Road here, and Oyo Road. Where's Coastal Physiotherapy? Right nearby. Whoops, I didn't mean to open the map there. So it was 773 kilometres away. I have to work out what the south of New Zealand looks like. I have no vibe about regions in New Zealand. This sign is kind of interesting. It's kind of like it's difficult to see it, but like Danish sign with the post curling across the top. This red language, red writing. I think this could be Denmark. I don't know. Not sure what Denmark looks like. I'd like to see one of the circular curved signs. But otherwise, I've got no other ideas. Looks like they're growing wheat. A lot of wheat. The architecture could be Danish. I don't know. I think I'll just plonk it there. Probably fine. Probably fine. Where do they put it here? Could be over here. I think this is, yeah, this is still Denmark, and this is still Denmark. And this is Denmark. Maybe I'll go in the middle, near Finn. Okay, it was nearby Randers. And Lime. Interesting. So that was 118 kilometres. What a good country Denmark is. So just based purely on that sign. Pretty happy with learning that. And I know Denmark and Norway have a shared character. This one, the O with the dash through it. So if I see that, it's a 50-50. So it was 16.7, not great. Try and improve. So this is probably Bangladesh. Yeah, I think so. Probably. Got a kids' playground here. Swings in use, so that's good. Very suspicious of the Google car. They got two of these twirly things and a balancing post. For the middle of seemingly nowhere, I think that's pretty good. I'll give that a 9. This is probably a school, to be fair. Yeah, I think it's like a childcare or a school. Gosh, they got a climbing rope, I guess, with painted coconuts, I think. I don't think this is Sri Lanka. Try not to screw this up again. Not sure about the 037 telephone number or this pole. All I know is there's this language, so it's somewhere in India. It's not Bangladesh. I'm 90% sure. Because Bangladesh, the language has these backwards triangles. This is much more loopy. I think Sri Lanka. Somewhere a bit rural. Is there much water about? I guess there's kind of always a bit of water about. Maybe I shouldn't stray too far. I'm not sure what about coverage either in Sri Lanka. There's no big mountain by the looks. Don't see a big mountain. So I'll go somewhere in here. Here's a school. It's probably this one. Not too bad. 29 kilometres away. Didn't mean to open the map there. Let's see if the school's labelled. Nethflora Galgamua. We were nearby the post office. I could have travelled a little further and seen the post office. The school is not labelled. Well, how do you expect me to get it? I think that was a pretty good guess. 4,900. Happy. I'm here for another 20 minutes, I think. Had some very good and very bad guesses. That last one was nice. In Sri Lanka. 29 kilometres away. A complete plonk, but it's the Rotary Club of it does say where it's Kyengera Centennial Project for Clean Safe Water for something. So this is probably Uganda or Kenya. Kampala, there we go. I've lost it. So it's somewhere nearby Kampala. I got Uganda vibes. Yes. I think it's nice how they have these post office boxes. So it's not necessarily nearby Kampala, but they're getting the post delivered there. It's washing day. And they've done a good job cleaning the dresses there. A lot of care hanging the dresses. Which I like to see, and I just want to check out this little store here. Can't really see what they're selling. I think it's a store. It's just a small town somewhere in Uganda, nearby Kampala. I'll go Mpigi, no that's too big. Mbale. Okay, it was closer to Kampala. It's a lot more central. Kampala, 13 kilometres though, that's not too bad. Now I'm screwed. This road, many cracks. Not sure about the continent. Oh, white flowers, I don't know if they're the Estonian flowers. I had a fail guessing Estonia for Lithuania before. Got this. I should know what that's for, I just don't. I know what it's for, it's like a warning, but interesting. Varna, I should know. I think this could be Bulgaria. Where's Varna? Bulgaria. Here is Bulgaria. Is Varna here? I thought this was Bulgarian signage. It's on the 2. Could it be the A2? What was the other place? Or Rus? I don't see either of them. Here's Varna. Where's Rus? So Varna is 144 kilometres, kind of to the south. We need Rus, where's that? Here's Rus, so it must be between them. And I think the road was the number 2. Here we go. So how many kilometres was Rus? 59, so that's 60 years, about... so what's that? About 1/3 of the way from Rus to Varna. Okay, on the 2. So here's Varna, here's Rus. 1/3 is here, on the 2. Which one's the 2? I've lost it. Here. So the 2 continues down here. Is that far enough? It's not far enough. Hopefully this is the 2 continuing here. Here's the 2. I think there were some more directions here. So what was this direction? I probably got something saying Sinovo. So we just need to locate Sinovo, find the intersection with the 2, and then we're sorted. And that would be kind of north. Ooh, this is where I'm going to fall down. Here's Sinovo. Where's the road into Sinovo? On the 2. And where was the seed? Oh no, it wasn't there. I must have travelled away. So are we on the road to Sinovo, I think? nuts. We're on the road to Sinovo. This is when it gets tricky. So we're going this way to the intersection, and we're heading south, and then I've got nearly 6 minutes left. I should really try and 5k this. So we're heading south, so that would be east. It's kind of turning east. And then what happens? So it's like this, maybe. I don't think I'm going to 5k this despite it being an easy 5k. This is like an S, right? It comes this way. In terms of learning GeoGuessr, obviously I'm not very good at it, but Plonket's a really good resource for regions or for countries and whatnot. So it's got all the things to look out for. And obviously watching videos on YouTube, I don't find that as useful because it just kind of filters out of my brain. But I think it's probably here. I hope it's not this turn here. It may well be. Maybe I should go here. I'm so bad at lining up 5Ks. We're playing a lot. Oh, I clicked off it. 4999. Playing a lot is useful. I find it's probably a map like a community world or an arbitrary world with a great mix of countries is good. If you know flags, that's really helpful. I'm not very good at flags or places. Botswana. Good reading skills is useful. I'm just not sure whether we need Gaborone, I guess. It's kind of east-west. Maybe east-west going into Gaborone. So I'm obviously not that good at GeoGuessr, but just repetition because I've been doing it a couple of hours a day. Oh gosh, this bollard, I don't know. Can't recall. Streaming, I think it kind of helps to be talking out loud. Talking through your thoughts, which is easier to do when you're streaming than... I wonder if this is Malaysia actually. The only problem is, like, my theory on streaming is just to always be talking, which is not a strength of mine. Like, I rarely ever talk most of the time. So it takes a lot of mental energy for me to talk, which means I'll see the same thing over and over and over, possibly like this bollard, and it just won't click with me because I'm talking about something else entirely. Whereas if you were just playing GeoGuessr for 2 hours a day, maybe writing down notes and things like that, I think it would be easier to learn. I'm just not sure if articulating your thought is better or whether peacefully playing for 2 hours a day is better. I kind of thought there was Spanish on the sign there. Some Spanish. So I wonder if this is... I don't really know Panama or Guatemala too well. This bollard's certainly unusual, so I wonder if that's because it's something I'm not too familiar with, like Panama. The only thing I knew about Panama, or noticed about Panama, is in towns and whatnot, they have a lot of pedestrian overpasses. God, I can't get close to that truck. Just want to see what it said on the side here. It looks like Spanish. This is a really good seed, and I'm going to straw it up here. I think bananas could be Panama. It's a really distinctive bollard, which is Nestle. That's pretty helpful. Yellow lines. So I wish I knew the bollard because that'd make it so easy. I think maybe Panama. I'm not too sure. I think if it was Guatemala, the poles being painted on the bottom is a really good tip for Guatemala. I didn't even see this car, but it's obviously somewhere weird. Oh, here we go. On the E40, I can't quite read what that says. I hope that doesn't say Guatemala. Is Ecuador? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so bad at Ecuador. I did not know that was the Ecuador bollard. So we're on the E40. Oh my gosh. I've been to Ecuador. It was a long time ago. It was nearly 20 years ago. But I just... How did I not know that was the Ecuadorian bollard? Astounding. Will I remember that though? Maybe. It's kind of north-south. I guess... Restaurante Los Jayas. It's probably somewhere around here. Ooh, it was quite a way away. 114 kilometres. Is near Guy and Kale. So level 18, only play from the free play-along links that people share and repeatedly play in the amateur division. I agree. 24,160. Yeah, the play-along links are definitely handy. I think Zigzag has a lot, GeoPeter has a lot of those. I was previously making dedicated videos. I don't think they were very interesting though. It's kind of like, that was nearly a 5k. 4999, that was a really nice seed. Kind of botched it. 24,160. GeoPeter has a lot of play-along links. I think some of my YouTube videos had play-along links. A couple, because I appreciated it before I had Pro. But it's just everything's subscriptions nowadays. Oh, I clicked out of it. I didn't mean to exit. It's everything's subscriptions, and I'm trying to minimize my subscriptions. So I think I'm down to GeoGuessr. I have a YouTube subscription, a family one. So my wife and my sister also uses that. So that's kind of good value. And that has YouTube Music. So I don't have Apple Music or Spotify or anything like that. Then I got an annual Canva subscription, which is a lot of money. I'm not sure why I did that. I thought I was going to make a lot of YouTube videos, but so far not too much. But yeah, I'm just trying to shed as many subscriptions as possible. Kind of annoys me that it's difficult to actually own anything anymore. Even music, it's like difficult to own. Games you don't really own anymore. I don't know if I like it or I don't like it. I like it for the minimalism of not having to haul things around. But it's kind of sad that if a company decides you don't own it something anymore, then that's it. It's gone. Kind of like a UK poll here. The step polls, I think. I know a lot of streamers do have parties and things like that, or challenges. I'd like to get to that in the future, but I'm just not sure how to work it technically speaking. I think these steps are for the UK. I wonder if this is like Yorkshire or something. It's like a fairly old farmhouse. Some hills over in the distance there in the north. Very big cow here. Probably a bull maybe. I don't know, maybe they're supposed to separate the bulls from the cows most of the time. This could be Ireland. I hope it's not Ireland, because I'm not going to guess Ireland. I'll go for like Yorkshire or something like that. Robin Hood's Bay. That's deceptive because that's nowhere near the Sherwood Forest. Barnard Castle? I don't think so. It's maybe near... I don't know where to go. East Cowton. There were cows. Surely Cowton's... It was Ireland. God, that's annoying. I kind of got that vibe from those buildings. Okay, let's be careful here. Probably Africa. Ooh, it's kind of interesting. I don't initially know what to make of it. I wonder if it's some weird places in Oman, which I don't know that this could be it, but it's probably India, to be fair. I wonder if that's right. I never think of India. Let's see. Some kind of long language across the top here, which could be Maha Cement. Build it strong. Yeah, I'd say some of these pole tops and things look like it's probably India. Not Bangladesh. I'm pretty sure. It's got like a Peruvian pole here. It's plenty dusty. I think it's actually probably close to the ocean though with these palm trees. I think they're naturally growing. Somewhere in the south, maybe. I don't feel like scanning for whatever this town is. Wow, I really hope it's not Sri Lanka again. Is it just Sri Lanka? Don't know what the utility poles in Sri Lanka look like. It's like a watt over here, like they have in Myanmar. But I'm pretty sure it can't be Myanmar. I think it's somewhere down here, maybe. Or Sri Lanka. Let's see. Ooh, nice. I just remember having a round like that with the dry and the palm trees and things somewhere down here. So, very happy. 161 kilometres away in India. Amazing. Canada? Possibly. Please don't feed the bears. Bear-wise, does that say Oregon, I think? Remove all garbage and food. I think that says Oregon. Oh man, I can't even tell. Can't get close enough. Are there bears in Oregon? I do not know. Ah, this is French, so no. Let's go back to the Canada. Canada thinking. This chunky yellow pole I'm not familiar with. Heading east-west. Nearby the water. Don't know about these chunky poles. Kind of interesting. Man, there's a lot of clues here which I just do not know. On the 101, somewhere, let's find Canada. I think you really do have to play though to get better at GeoGuessr. I'm like probably 10 times better than I was a month ago. I think I've streamed probably on average 2 hours every day for the past month, so it's at about 60 hours. It's never enough. So So I think it's the 101 here. Yeah. I don't know where the 101 is though. It's got like a queen's crown on it. Montreal. Nearby the water. And bears. There's bears nearby. It'd be great to see a bear on screen, but I don't think that's going to come up. That's not help. Esher Healy Road. No. So we want dual language. Kind of looking for the 101, but I can't find it, so Canada's too big. I had a round up here before. I don't think this is there. Check for the 101 here. Kind of like 400s. There's a place just called Badger. Very good. So the 100s are kind of around here by the looks. Just drop it nearby Montreal. It's further west. There's the 101. I think I could have scanned for that. Yeah, it would have been pretty easy. I just didn't think it was this far west. 3,300, that's ruined my round. I've got this, which I don't know about. In terms of getting better at GeoGuessr too, I think not blurring the car is probably a good idea, because a lot of car matter is very useful. I don't love it, and I don't usually look for rifts in the sky and things like that, which is kind of limiting. I'm sure there's a cap on how good I can get at GeoGuessr, because if you have a round in the middle of nowhere, which is almost impossible to say where it is, if you have some car matter, then it's definitely going to be useful. They're driving left here. I did not get that impression. I thought this would be like Iceland or something. So I wonder if it's like Ireland. I'm kind of stumped here. Don't know what to make of this. Are they driving left, or is it just some aberration here? Maybe Scotland. Don't know, it kind of looks Scandinavian, Icelandic. Unless it's some weird island somewhere. I think I'll just drop it in Scotland and hope for the best. The Muir of Ord. Oh, it was south. It was Ireland, very south. You're seeing Crookhaven over the water there. Okay, that was unfortunate. I've possibly got the Croatian bollard. Hopefully I've learnt that correctly. This Serbian? Oh my gosh, I've forgotten again. This is the problem. I get... Surely Serbian bollard. I better get into it quick. Otherwise I'll drive myself nuts going, was it Lithuania, was it Croatia, or was it Serbia? I'll go central. Ooh, that was Russian. I thought it was this bollard. That was a shocker. It's just some Grubby Russian bollard. Shocking. 337 points. Okay, one more game, and then I'm going to hang it up for the day. So all white road lines. I think this is a tsunami evacuation point sign. Where did it go? I lost it. Here. Yeah, tsunami evacuation point in Thailand. So the water must be the opposite way. It's kind of mountains up that way as well. Maybe not, maybe it's just the clouds. So we're in Thailand and the water is west. So it's somewhere down here on the peninsula. How far though? Maybe all midway. Wow, I forgot the water was west. I confused myself there. That is a place you do not want to be if a tsunami comes by. I think my brain's fried itself. Time to quit for the day when you can't tell east from west. Okay, so this is somewhere down here. Fine, 100 kilometres away. Yellow centre lines. The road quality is pretty bad. They've spammed the poles. Look at that. Poles as far as the eye can see. Not sure what that's in aid of. It's the interesting thing. I think this is probably US, but it hadn't really occurred to me the US doesn't really have bollards very often. When they do, they're really kind of nondescript. It's got a front plate. I wonder if this is the US or whether it's like some like Argentina or something. Brazil. What's with all these poles though? Like a million utility poles. Driving right, this should clear things up. Can't quite. To get a little closer. Wellwood and Carberry. I'm not familiar with either of those, but I definitely think that's the US. This post I'm not familiar with either. It's very flat. And what was my other impression? Front plate. So there was some. It's like all states touching Iowa don't have a front plate. I think Iowa does have a front plate. Not too sure. Sac City, Storm Lake, Cherokee, Orange City, Sioux Center? No. I forget what the names were there. I think it'd be somewhere flat, Nebraska or something. Kansas. I'll go Iowa because I think they have front plates. Wrong country. I think that bollard was probably a giveaway. There's Carberry. Hallbro. And we were right by Wellwood. Wrong country. That's vexing. Round 4. Got some mountains off there to the west. Which direction do I want to go? I don't think anything's gonna show up here. There's a rock. These kind of rounds, it's kind of a sealed road here. These kind of rounds are really difficult, and I think if you had some car information, it could be a lot easier. Some people know about, well, a lot of people know about these barriers as well, the types. I think that was an A type. I'm not sure what A1 or A2. I think B is flat. I don't know what countries any of them are in, but it's information that can be acquired. Surely there's some kind of vibe guess that you could get from this, but I don't know what it is. I think I'll go Albania. It was Bulgaria. I get a lot of Bulgaria rounds. Disappointing. 495 kilometres away. And the last one for the day is a very orange front plate. What's with these bollards? Oh no. It's thrown up a really difficult one. Well, I'm sure it's very easy based on these bollards, but I'm just not familiar with them. It must be... Is it Ecuador again? I bet you it is. So those other bollards had Myriad. Back again. I haven't had any Oman today. I thought, yeah, so based on the bollard, what about the mountains? I'm pretty sure you're right in terms of the region. This is my last round for the day. Finishing up. What about these yellow taxis? I think it's Spanish. It's a school bus, not a taxi. I think it's probably Ecuador. This is not the bollard that I had for Ecuador before. It had 2 reflectors and I just didn't know about it, but I won't forget it now. So maybe this is an Ecuador bollard as well. Kind of in the mountains. Ecuador is a small place, mercifully. Not in a national park. Maybe we're nearby Baeza. Ooh, very good. Okay, so Ecuador's got double reflectors both on the square and on the circular. Nearby Quito. Very interesting. So other than one round, I think that was a pretty good one, 20,000. Yeah, this US round for Canada. I picked US for Canada. And then I didn't get Bulgaria here. Got lucky with Israel, just having some text. That would have been a better guess if I'd gone on the west coast instead of the east coast, because my brain glitched temporarily, and then Ecuador is quite nice. Okay, that's the end of it for today. Thanks for watching. Keep in touch. I'll be back tomorrow. For anyone on Twitch, I will raid. Do I know anyone here? It's like a Japanese GeoGuessr. I should probably pick English. Got BRB. Italian. Escu. State Strix. Road to 1,000 followers. Redo. Customs. State Strix, I'm afraid. Keep in touch. I'll be back again tomorrow probably. Thanks for watching. Bye.